talk about the moves that you were able to pull off today?
Yeah, look, we've been working on it for a couple of weeks. You know, we had a specific need. We felt like we needed a veteran presence off our bench on the wing. You know, we have really good, young, talented guys still here, like Allen and CJ. But the playoff push we're trying to make, it requires veterans, and it requires guys that have been battle tested through the playoffs. And you know, Arron and I go back a long way to Los Angeles from the time he was a high school player in UCLA, and you know, I worked him out during his his summers when he got traded to Denver. Coach Gergovich and I run around the Clipper facility with him, so I know he can help us. And we had a very specific set of criteria for anybody that we were going to acquire, and Arron met every single criteria that we had established. And I think our veteran players are happy to add him. It gives us a better chance to win at a higher level. And you know, look, that's the goal this year. You know, we're in a win now mode. You know, we've got a window here. We want to keep this group together, but in order to do that, we have to prove to the veterans that are here that we're willing to acquire players that are going to impact our chances to win at a high level.
Skill-wise, what's the biggest thing he brings to this team?
You know, Arron's a basketball player. You know, he plays both ends of the floor. You know, he's got a post game. He makes threes. He can catch and shoot. He's got a mid-range game. He's a tough defender. I think his defensive numbers will look even better in our system, in knowing how he's been at different points in his career for the coaches he's played. Scheme-wise, I think what we do will complement his toughness and ability to move his feet. So he's going to impact both ends of the court.
Have you spoken with him? And I wonder how he feels about coming off the bench and having a lesser role.
He's fine. You know, Arron and I spoke this morning, and he wants to win, and that's all he cares about right now. He was in a rebuilding situation in Orlando, and you know, it's been a tough year in Denver. You know, they just hasn't gone the way they'd anticipated. So for Arron to get a chance this late in the season to go to a team that was in the second round of the playoffs last year with players he respects, a system that will complement his skill set and the ability to win at a high level, that's all that matters. I mean, he's going to get minutes. I think we all realize at a certain point, as you get older in the league, when you have a chance to win, that trumps whether or not you're the first one to run out of the tunnel or not.
Do you even think about the fact that he does have a chance to be a free agent, or that factor in?
Well, again, look, we want to win. And, not everybody's contract is going to be the perfect contract relative to a long-term decision. But that's why we moved the draft pick out to 2016. No matter what, it does not impact us this year in terms of our business. And, we'll address, Arron's contract situation later. But we've strategically planned to have budget flexibility this summer to keep this group together while adding other pieces. So, we're going to be fine. If this works out and we can keep all of them, then we'll be in a position to do that. We really felt like we wanted to make sure Alonzo was included in the deal because we were losing an athlete and an open floor player like Will. Alonzo's unique. We have a lot of highly skilled guys that make shots on our team, but he guards three positions. He's an NBA caliber athlete. He's a tough kid. He's excited about being here and having a chance to compete. He hasn't been in the playoffs before, so he's excited about that opportunity. And we'll see. He's going to get a chance. And having a guy who's an elite defender, when you get into a playoff series, it's just a nice luxury to have, and it adds even more depth on our perimeter. We had a short list. It wasn't a big list of guys that we were willing to bring in and indoctrinate into our culture, knowing our guys would embrace them.
Talk about that. Did you talk to like a Marcus or Damon about Arron?
I can't look that dumb, can I?
One last question.
Guys, no, of course. No, I mean, LaMarcus and I discussed it. Damon and I discussed it. We brought up names, guys we'd like, guys we should add to the roster. We had talked to all our guys this morning and, wanted to make sure that it was somebody they felt would help us. So, this is not unique. I did this in Los Angeles too. I mean, they're the ones that are going to share the floor with the guys we bring in. So they're going to know better than us at times who's going to help them win games and who isn't, and who's going to work in our locker room and who isn't. So, I can tell you that, when we add players via trade like this, especially if we're going to give up an asset, they aren't done in a front office vacuum. I mean, the coaching staff was a part of this decision. Our players were a part of the decision. The background intel and research that we did. So all that goes into it to make sure that the guys we bring in are going to be embraced when they get here.